Now it's time to talk about lived experience from incarceration to empowerment. Mr. Harris, you transformed your own experience into leadership through your youth and reentry work. What do you see as the biggest barriers for people coming home after incarceration?
Biggest barrier coming home after incarceration? Focus. There's so many distractions out here now, moving at a rapid pace, a pace that was unfamiliar in 2003. You know, the speed of which things are going. If you've been here, then it's normal. But if you subtract yourself and lock yourself in a bathroom for 21 years and then come back outside, what is your adjustment game like? Right? It's not really a, for real, it's the barriers, but you receive so many challenges in there that the challenges out here are somewhat, if you pause for a second and study what you're looking at, your ability to focus should strengthen greatly, right? It's like going to another prison. You'll get into a prison and the first thing you do when you get there is study the environment to see how to move, right? So coming out here is so many distractions that we don't have in there, from what you eat, to the women, to the way people speak. The slightest thing out here. They use the B word recklessly out here, right? They invite people to their body, suck this, kiss this, and all of that. This is language that'll put you in a crazy situation, right? So coming out here and the ability to focus and adjust in the same moment is the most difficult challenge. However, you got it, but we up for it though.
All right, next question. How does your organization reach young people before they enter the system? And what does real prevention look like?
Well, when I came home, I didn't have no indication I was gonna be dealing with kids. Absolutely not, right? I got locked up when I was 16 years old. My mission was to come home and build my life, period. When I ran into a child in the whole neighborhood that known, his father was in a cell with me. When he seen me, he was like, man, I seen you before. The first thing I tell him, no, you haven't. You're not even old enough to know who I am, right? So he was like, no, I did. You was in a picture with my daddy. I'm like, who's your dad? He told me. I'm like, yeah, that was my cellie. So he's like, yeah, I know, I'm telling you, I seen you. So I'm like, for real? Like, yeah. He was like, and my pops told me about something you had did before. I'm like, okay, what'd he tell you? And he told him about a shooting situation. So I'm like, okay. He was like, yeah, when me and my homeboys got in something like a similar situation, I did it just like you did. And when he told me it, in his mind, he's still talking to the person his dad introduced him to, right? He don't know me now. You know what I'm saying? So I was disgusted by the story, because he literally he was excited that he reenacted what I did. So I started talking to him and skipping past a little bit. He told some of his friends. It went from that to literally like 17 million overnight, seriously, right? So since then, I just been locked in with all of them and tapping in with them. But the prevention side, I got them to label this. I never came up with this. I asked them how y'all feel. They said, some of them said count it out. Some of them said they feel like everybody overlooking them. I took it, put it together, and came up with cool. Simple, right? It's their brand. I just walk in front of it. But the prevention, I'm locked in on prevention because I don't want them to do what I did, right? Mr. Scott and Ms. Morales keep speaking on humanizing. And for real, that needs to be pushed. It got to be pushed, because a lot of people that's about to get released, they ain't thinking human no more, right? You've been inside of a cage for so long, you eventually gonna believe you're a beast if you made like that, right? If you're not made like that, you're gonna find out quick you're not made like that. It's simple, right? Ain't no gun in here, ain't no none of that in here. Some prisons ain't got knives, right? You really got to be like that, seriously. Hand-to-hand combat, close area. If you ain't like that, you know what's gonna happen. It's simple, right? So when it comes to prevention side, and I'm out here and I'm indulging with the kids and we conversing, the things you telling me is me talking to me when I was 16, right? I only been out here 2 years, so in all reality, I'm 18 years old out here. I'm just 39 sitting in the chair, right? But when I talk to him, I speak to him from that perspective, right? There's a difference between the shooter and the killer. You got a button, you shooting everywhere, you're reckless. You understand what I'm telling you? I know killers that get close up on you and you'll never hear about it. Ever. For some reason, you loud, you want to record, and you're doing all of this. So when I'm teaching them, it's a thing where I got to get you to see you 10 years from now, right? And it's going to be a difficult task because you don't see you past tomorrow, right? So I tap in on a level where I'm going to give you me. I just need you to give me your ear, right? I feel like if somebody would have told me, or presented me, and when I was 16, I would have never went to prison. I would have never went. I would have had a shot. But if you consistently teaching me that I got prison or death, either you going to jail or you dying, either you going to jail or you dying, that's all we hear. Either you going to jail or you dying, either you going to jail or you dying, you going to jail or you dying, then what you think I'm going to pick? I'm going to jail. What you talking about? I got two options, what you telling me. It's either jail or dying. All right, what you mean? I'm going to get them before you get me? What you make it make sense, right? It's like don't nobody think of the third option. You still breathing. You got a chance, bro. It ain't just going to jail or dying. Get out. What you talking about? You trapping my thoughts by just telling me I got jail or death. Of course I'm going to jail. Hands down. I'm not going to let them kill me. What do you mean? I'm convinced that what y'all saying is true, right? Until I get enough sense to realize the third option. I'm still alive, bro. I can get away from this junk while I still got time. Quitting while you're ahead ain't the same as quitting.
Third question I have for you. What do you wish policymakers better understood about the human impact of incarceration?
I quote Bob Woodson with that. He said, those suffering from the problem must be involved in the creation and implementation of the solution, right? If you talk about these laws, like go to the 13th Amendment, and you speaking on involuntary servitude and slavery is abolished except when you've been duly convicted of a crime, right? When something is abolished, then it's no longer in existence, period. There's nothing comes behind it, right? Except opposes the prior statement. So if you tell me that slavery is abolished and then have the word except behind it, then everything you said before the word except holds no weight. There's no value in that, right? Because it's like me saying everybody in here can go to Busch Gardens except you. Then that means everybody in here can't go to Busch Gardens. I said except, okay, then yeah, you understand what I'm saying? All right. When they did that, they made it to where you can't own me as a slave individually. True, that's against the law now. But you can own me as a slave by state the moment I commit a crime. Fact. That's law, right? So what I wish they understand is start to humanize it in a form of, it's no way a dad that came home in 1995 and has been doing good for 30 years out here, and somebody break into his house and he fires a weapon that he shouldn't have because he was convicted 30 years ago, and now he's sitting in prison for 20 years for protecting his family. And this man been doing right for 30 years. I'm talking about all the way across the board. Compared to a 22-year-old that got caught on the block with some fentanyl and a Glock with a button on it, right? But he came home like 5 years ago. They'll be held to the same account, no matter what, because they're both convicted felons. It's possession of a firearm and a possession of a felon, right? But with those two stories, why wouldn't you leave that up to the discretion of the judge? I don't understand how you let this man go to prison for another 20 years when he literally just protecting his family compared to the situation of this young man or whatever it is, and they literally gonna get the same amount of time because one caught a felony when he was 19 and he now 55, and one caught a felony when he was 18 and he now 22. It's no way that holds the same weight, right? So now I'll give y'all this. Mr. Scott, the only reason I am sitting right here right now is because you got me released. You don't know that. Right? I was released September 21st, 2023. When you created the law to earn a sentence credit jump, I got to call my mama and tell my mama I was on my way home. Right? And the work that you were putting in, we were studying while you were putting it in, just so you would know. Right? So when Glenn Youngkin decided to snatch it back 10 days before we released, I was one of them, right? And I was at St. Bride's and I had a lot of influence there, so they used me to keep the prison quiet, right? But when you changed the law, it impacted us on a level where I knew you can't make You can't fix mass incarceration. You can't end mass incarceration by making better prisons. You gotta make better policies, better people, better possibilities, right? They have criminalized us, our way of living, literally, right? You know the way I live. You took it and structured it and criminalized it, right? Then subtracted the slavery and just made incarceration. Okay, my number. Well, it's tattooed on my skin, my state number. I got it in my skin for a reason, right? I carry it everywhere I go. This look cute is not, is how much time I did, right? I did from 03 to 2023 in prison. I wear it on my neck, right? I gotta remind myself of what was done, right? It's different. It's different when you find yourself in a room surrounded by enemies and the people who put you in a room on the same track as your enemies. You understand what I'm saying? But they match your skin color. You will hope that they get it and there's no way for you to tell them how to get it, right? They just gotta see it, right? So when I came home, I'm gonna make you see it. The only way to fix this thing is for us to redefine things for ourselves at this point. It seemed like everything was defined for us, if you ask for my opinion, right? But then you got certain people that's getting elected now, they're shifting the narrative so strong that it's making the others nervous, right? But we equipped with a mind frame and a grind so deep. Myself, when I come home and I seen y'all out here like this, it's like, damn, bro, y'all know what we up against. Like, do you fully understand what we up against the moment they put the cuffs on you? Because mass incarceration ain't start in prison. Right. That jump go all the way back to the house. Like, was you locked up when you was free? Did you think about it? You know what I'm saying? Or did you just get locked up when you got locked up? Or has it really been that way though? They just put you in a building and surrounded you with the people you're familiar with. You know what I'm saying? So, for your question, I mean, I would just ask for y'all to like see us as human, bro. You gotta see that everybody in the hood that got a gun ain't trying to kill somebody. That's not the truth. Some of them scared and don't want to die, bro. Nor do I want you to kill my mama. So if you run up on my mama like you gonna do something to her, what you mean? I'm yeah, bro. But I ain't got this to kill you. I ain't why I'm here. You understand what I'm saying? So I would ask them to see us as humans more and understand that a lot of us come from where y'all come from. You know what I'm saying? We just got caught along the way. Right? Some of y'all didn't. That's the only reason where you at right now, because you didn't get there, right? And I know something like that. But just understand that we humans, we made mistakes. But the ones that's out here trying to clean it up and you know they genuine with it, right? I feel like that's why so many kids behind me right now. The ones that's really genuine with it, get behind them, bro. Pay attention to the message, yo. Before you find yourself in that cell, I don't care what kind of life you living right now. Don't think that one mistake won't have you in that cell, bro. I'm telling you. I seen so many college kids in there playing ball and they nice, right? Then you find yourself literally doing 25 years on the yard. Your story ends up being the best player that could have made it. You know how many of them I ran into? 6'6", 19 years old, got 23 years because you caught a body. What you talking about, bro? You nice like this, you shut the yard down. They stop and watch you play basketball, but your story gonna stop right here. Come on, man. So I just ask that the policymakers see that we human, bro. We just made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
To follow with that question, how can collaboration between returning citizens, elected officials, and justice professionals move us closer to true public safety?
I mean, exactly what you said. It's gonna take all of us. At this point, how can you say it's not? For you to say it's not, you living in a fantasy, bro. We dying and now we getting locked up. It's very simple. It's gonna take every single one of us, right? I would never see myself sitting next to a prosecutor. I don't care how cool she is. You heard me? Yeah, no sir. I lived a certain way. There's no way this would happen. I would never see myself next to Don Scott. I read his name so much on the paper that to be sitting here, when I first got the invitation, I'm like, hold on, wait. Is this, you know what I'm saying? And then I soak it up. Like, bro, you done got to that point, and that's okay. That's what my people tell me, because I'm just humbly moving through the child. I'm just helping as many as I can, period. I'm gonna do my job, right? With legislation and individuals sitting on the other side of that table that's understanding, they ain't just trying to put you away because you did something. They understand the story. Like, they ain't just looking at the file and seeing my history, right? And say, oh, because you got a lot of shootings, I know you did this murder. Or because you sold a lot of drugs 10 years ago, I know this brick was yours in your car. Like, they not doing that. You're gonna take the time, you're gonna read the file. You're gonna see exactly what took place, everything that happened. Whoever was wrong, you'll be held accountable. It's very simple here, right? Opposed to, as soon as I walk in, I'm wrong. I know I'm done. The only question is that you gonna give me a plea and I know I ain't do it. It was that real, right? I know I ain't do it. But because I know I'm gonna get smoked, give me 10 real quick and let me walk. I ain't did nothing wrong, but I'm gonna take the 10 because I know you got potential to give me 30, and the way this designed, I'm gonna get the 30. Right? So, when you run into a Miss Stephanie Morales, or you run into a Don Scott, bro, pay attention to the lessons and realize that it's gonna take every single one of I'm just on the ground. But now I'm forming this thing to where these kids really, I got their attention, bro. And before I mislead them, what? You want me to watch you go eat carrots off the floor, bro? You want me to go watch you eat dog food? You want me to watch your family send you $200 a week so you can eat comfortably in hopes that don't nobody come try you and then they get the call saying you stabbed somebody up? We're gonna go through all that right there instead of just avoiding it and listening to what's really happening out here. That this ain't no game. This ain't no NBA YoungBoy song. This ain't the song, bro. Like, this for real, right? Your mama gonna cry over that tombstone. I'm telling you how it's gonna go. It's simple. Right? Either you're going to embrace what the knowledge is being given to you, or you're not, right? And then, I mean, all the ones that's coming together to fight for this thing right here, that's another loss on our hand. Why? Because you just didn't listen, right? So much of it is unnecessary. When you got a man that's changing the laws, a person that'll read your file and not just go off of what they assume, right? They going off the values that this don't have to be like that. Then you got individuals like myself. I'm going to give you the example of why you ain't got to sentence him like that. They ain't have to give me 23 years mandatory minimums. I don't even like to speak on it, but I got 18 years off guns alone. One gun got me 18 years. One. Right? Facts. Yeah. One gun, 18 years. It's called use of a felony in the use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. First one is 3 years. Every subsequent offense is 5 years. I had 4 of them. That's a mandatory 18 years. So when I walked in the courtroom, before he gave me my time, I had 18 years. But then you got people like this that's gonna change it. The sad part is some of us will look at it, or they changing it where now I got a loophole, I can get 3-4 years now. Right? Instead of, I'm done with that shit. And I mean it like that, I'm done with that shit. Right? Pay attention to the blessings, because all of us working. For all of us. Right? I am who I am no matter where I am, bro. Right? It's gonna take every single one of us. When he said raise your hand to who gonna show up at them polls, bro, like, we gotta show up, bro. That's word, or y'all gonna bury our kids. I'm telling you, or you gonna go visit them, it's on you. It's all on you, word. All right?
All right, thank you, Mr. Harris. That was very powerful.
You got me hyped. Let's go.
All right, now it's time for our cross-panel discussion. Everybody answer a question. What does public safety mean in a system that prioritizes prevention and redemption?